When did they leave?
1st of April.
So the Russian soldiers were here from February 27
1 month.
until 1 month until the
Yes.
April, beginning of April.
Yes.
Okay.
And were there any Russians left in the woods here? Did they leave anybody behind?
After the some of them, for example, in my sister's house, they were living all the time. I don't know, or those were soldiers who didn't take part in the active war.
Yeah.
Maybe they escaped from their part.
And where is your sister's house? Is it far from here?
No, it's very close to here. Because all our houses were up.
Yeah.
And they took out everything which is valuable and small size.
Yes.
And in her house, they were staying for a month. They were living because it's a very big basement in it.
Yep.
And they were staying in a basement, and even nobody know. But they left very terrible,
Mess.
not dirty. So
yeah,
they are
mess,
like a
yeah.
pigs.
Yeah.
I was always thinking that.
So this is the church for this
Yes,
area.
this is the church, and we also were going here all the day of this occupation. Before we have escaped, we were having here services, so people were coming for maybe for even for 15 minutes praying for Ukraine, and all the time we were praying for Ukraine. And also among those people who stayed with us in this here on complex, there was two. Священнослужителя.
2 priests.
Yes, yes, and we all the time were praying, non-stop were praying, and we also thinking maybe that's why we are saved, because no one here saved, just
you guys.
thanks God, yes.
And in the area did they leave some mines and then?
A lot of mines, and I am
All safe
afraid.
now? No.
No, it says forbidden to go
Outside
there,
there.
and every day we have cases of people who go out, for example, somewhere, and also new
Exposed.
mines appearing somehow. Lots of people who try to make fields to grow something.
They explode.
Yes, so it's very dangerous to go out. We have a lot of miners. Here it was not mined, the territory.
In the territory.
But outside of the territory there are a lot of mines. And first months is we all the time hear loud explosion. Yes, because the miners were working. Trying to
Rid of the mines.
make
Okay,
it.
wow. Okay.
Let's see maybe where you were hiding in the bunker. And that was in the school, is that?
Yeah, it's a church school. This is a church, and we have a school which is
Next.
belongs to the church. It's also training center.
Okay.
And it was some basement room,
Yes.
which I don't like personally for work.
Yeah, right.
Because in the past I was working as a business trainer. I don't like this
Feeling underground.
because it's underground, it's dark,
Yeah.
but it saved us. But we can go this way.
Okay. So there was 60 people staying here.
Yeah, and we are going by the not the central way, but
The back to around
because
to
we
the back.
keep it open in order if it is bombing,
You
in order we can.
You can
go.
run here quickly.
Yes. But there is the only function of the telephone was.
You cannot hear telephone inside here. Yeah. I see.
Oh wow.
Okay.
This training center, yeah. And you have like everybody sleeping here, right?
Yes, yes.
With
Here
the-
is a lot of chairs, but that time we have here
60 mattresses.
mattresses,
Yes.
and but it's quite cold. You can feel,
Yeah.
yes. And also we have diesel generator. We try to put it on for 2 hours, and during these 2 hours it became warmer here, so we are quite comfortable.
Okay.
Because all the rest, such a places where hide people, they were terrible.
Yeah.
There is no toilets, no water here. We have for
No
2 hours. We have
Water, toilet.
water, toilet, and we was managing to clean everything to make it comfortable for people. And here was all adult, and in this room there were 12 kids. Some of them were very small. And here, usually I keep it chairs here. It was one family were living here. Yesterday they arrived. They are coming now. They call it our room.
Our room.
Because there were 4 people, one family were living here.
Okay.
And we get out of the chairs, of course. Here there were kids.
No, training room.
Sorry?
Children's training.
And here there were.
Okay, go for kick up the front.
Kitchen here. Yeah. So here you have kitchen.
Yeah, it's kitchen, but here it was a place for all the kids. It was quite comfortable for them also to sleep. And we were trying to know who are people who here. So we have 60 people who don't know each other before, and maybe some necessary, some profession, maybe some medical, maybe somebody who can protect us. But it was 60 people among adults. It's 50 adults, 48. It was 7 IT guys.
Some IT guys.
8 interpreters.
Okay.
1 clown.
Clown. Yeah.
That's for good for
One
kids.
opera singer. And no normal profession which is
A common profession.
can be useful in this situation. Just one engineer,
Okay.
and one man, and 3 very old women who doesn't work and cannot move. So
Okay.
quite interesting public. But one woman was a psychologist, and she was very helpful because with people are terrible things happening. One guy started to
Oh, yeah.
Panic attack. Panic.
Seizures. Have a seizure.
It was with him for 7 days. So on 7 he cannot stop, he cannot sleep. He all the time was
Wow.
yes. And on the 7th day he was coming here. He was absolutely in a panic. He told, "I am running out of here. I am scared. It's for me nothing. It doesn't matter. I just run out. I go out. I cannot anymore because he cannot breathe. He was feeling that he has a problem with his." And we make for him massage and doing whatever we can because we always speaking to him, trying to calm him.
Yeah.
We try not to give people alcohol because when people get drunk, it was even worse situation. Because some men getting drunk and then they started better not to have drunk people. They want to go somewhere, they want to fight, they are brave. They are not letting others to have rest. So it was quite difficult because all the medicine that everybody was looking for the medicine. We were not ready for the war. We didn't have anything. For example, some calming tablets, very big deficit, and I had one Corvalol with me, and all the time was having this my bag, this Corvalol, and I was just. For you.
Yeah.
And I have also some bottle with our samogón that you have bought. And just make it. Because it also needs some like this.
To calm.
Some.
And who was? And were you cooking some food or?
We were cooking because our cookers were also here. Because when we was caught by this situation, it was my cooker. So cookers go to cook. When we turn on diesel generator, we have light, and we can cook on oven. Otherwise, we have old houses. You haven't stayed. You have stayed in a modern house, but we also have old houses with the oven. And we started to cook on this oven.
Oh, okay. A pitch. With wood.
We started to cook on pitch, and even bake bread in this old pitch. Because bread was rare.
So most of the daytime you were here inside here?
all the time.
All the time?
All these people for 9 days were inside of this building.
And then sometimes you must go outside to cook. And
No, I go everywhere because
yeah.
I need to contact. There was 60 people here, and we has the other place where all my staff was staying. It
Yeah.
was more than 30 people staff who staying in other
And
basement.
And the guests were staying here.
Guests were staying here. I was staying with the guests, and my staff, most of my staff, was staying in the other
Another
building.
place.
There is also a lot of basement
Space.
space, and also my mother is living here. She was staying in her house. There is also basement, and with her was 9 people. So everyone was staying in a basement, and it was a lot of explosion. And for example, there was a lot of burning, the fire, and the fire stopped very close to us, and it was a lot of smoke, and we don't understand what is burning. And my mother, we have some telephone operators. Just one of them have been walking from the top of this place.
Oh.
And when it was fire, my mother was very nervous, and she go out in her house. Vodafone was working, and she was calling to my working telephone Vodafone. I was also, and she was asking what is burning all the time, because she was thinking that it's we are burning.
Yeah.
I was thinking that it's her is burning, and we all the time was worried very much. I was all the time running to see what is, because you cannot understand what is burning. You just feel it. It's a lot of fire, lots of smoke. So just being all the time we were nervous for each other, for close people who was going on, because also there was one explosion, for example, and when there were a lot of metal
Flying.
parts of
Shrapnel.
From the bomb, from the mini.
Like, and they are often close to you. Just
wow.
very dangerous. And for example, with our colleagues, I asked them to take out sign of Ukrainian village, because we don't want
To give
just
it.
to see the sign.
Yes.
So they go to the field and started to take
Break
it
the
out.
sign.
Yes, and then started explosion and shooting, and they all. Thanks God they all alive. Managed to get the sign also.
And you lived here until March 8th.
Yes.
And then at that time, the guests, they go?
Guests go on 6th, on 7th of March, and we on 8th of March.
And when did the Russian soldiers go away from all this area?
1st of April.
So from 8th of March until 1st of April, people went home, but it was dangerous because Russian army was occupying the area.
Yes, it was Russian army, but they don't stay here, fortunately. They stayed very close to here. They didn't, because I thought that they were living in a hotel. But thanks God they were not living in
They went up, they were still in Bucha and Borodyanka and
They
Irpin.
were staying very close
to here.
They just was moving to this military unit which is close to us.
Yes.
They were trying to
attack
it.
Yeah.
And they stopped closer to this military unit. They put their tanks, and they just placed themselves there. And it's close to this military unit, by the way, was taken by them, and 67 people, we don't know where. No signs, no information. Disappeared.
You don't have those people, you don't know
have
from
those
around this place.
From this military unit.
And for the guests, you spend much time together. Do you still keep in touch with some?
Oh, they are. Yesterday, some of them came. Every time they are trying to. Many of them are. There was women, so they are abroad, in Poland or Germany, somewhere. But when they arrive, they calling, asking, because we became friends.
Together, yes.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All the people hide from the first day? Yeah? It was from the first day?
The first to second day, when they arrived here, it looks safe, so they stay in the hotel, but then it was loud and close bombing, and then some people run before, and in one moment, I don't remember, maybe on 27, so we cannot run anywhere. So we understand that we will stay here.
27th of February.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much for your story, Oksana, and you're very brave,
Oh, thank
and
you.
the people here
I was
very
not
happy.
afraid when I was taking care of all these people.
Yeah.
But they ran before me, and when they ran out, and I was first night here alone,
Oh, yeah.
and I land,
Scary.
and I finally, because I don't have a place to sleep, and I slept out on
Outside.
upstairs because all the places with guests they live, and I laid here first time. I was extremely tired, and I was alone in this empty building.
Yeah.
And suddenly I hear the tanks because the tanks started to run.
Oh, wow.
And you were lying and like
Yeah.
hear the tanks are coming very close to us, and I hear the jets because when it was kids, they all the time were laughing,
Yeah.
making
Noise.
and it was not so frightening. And suddenly I am here alone, and I hear these jets, woof, woof, and these tanks that are
It was very scary.
wheels are. And I understand, Mama, I want also to escape from here. It was frightening, very much frightening the time first time. Not first,
Well,
but the most.
well, you are the owner of this place here? Yes.
But my
You and your
family,
husband,
not
your
just,
family.
yeah,
So,
my family.
well, great place. Thank you for your story, Oksana. And I think the world needs to hear your story. So, appreciate it. Thank you so much for being our hostess.
For your
Yeah.
help, thank you for your help. Because
Yeah.
all the time we were praying the God and our friends of Ukraine to help us to close the sky because it's very,
Yes.
very frightening. When
You just
We're-
But you are also brave. You arrived from Zaporozhye yesterday, yes?
We were in Zaporozhye, Bastianka. We went to Mykolaiv. We were in, and then we came back from Dnipro to here yesterday.